Welcome to Solarize 2020. My name is Jim O'Neill. We're going to go through a 30-minute chair yoga practice, which is an excellent practice for a first-timer, someone who has never been exposed to yoga. But let me just briefly talk about yoga. I've been practicing yoga for 17 years, and been teaching yoga for the past 7. The most important thing about yoga is the breath. So I want to talk about the breath a little bit. One of the major breaths in yoga is called Ujjayi breathing, which is just breathing in and out through the nose with a slight constriction in the back of the throat. So like the constriction like you would make if you were trying to fog up a mirror, that constriction in the back of your throat as you're breathing in and out through the nose. It's an audible breath, or sometimes called an oceanic breath or Darth Vader breath. It has that sound that you can hear your own breath. You may actually hear someone next to you in the yoga studio. You would hear their breath as well. And it helps center the body, and it's very calming to the nervous system. But it also helps generate heat in the body. The other thing I'd like to just mention before we start is just one anatomy piece. The sits bones, if you reach up and touch the bottom of your hip, you'll feel the bony prominence that you sit on. It's called a sits bone, or actually is a bony prominence called the ischial tuberosity. You want to be sure that you can really feel that as you're sitting in a chair. We'll be pointing that out during our practice as an anatomical location. You want to sit with your feet flat on the floor, preferably with bare feet, in comfortable clothes, and just starting with your hands resting on your shoulders. So let's begin a chair yoga practice. Dropping the hands down by your side, connecting with your feet, pressing your feet down into the floor, feeling your sits bones in contact with the chair. We call this posture mountain pose. Palms are forward, open across the chest. Inhale, hands up overhead. And then exhale, bringing the hands to heart center. Taking a breath here. And then gazing at your fingertips, or closing your eyes if you like, and set an intention for your practice. Perhaps sending peace out into the world, or love to a loved one, or healing to yourself. Opening your eyes, and bringing your hands down by your side. So we're going to start with some neck rolls. So let's just start to lean your head to one side and start to roll the head back and then down and forward. Nice gentle motion of the neck, just loosening up the neck. And then we're going to add the breath. So inhale, goes on down in the front, and then exhale with an open mouth across the top. Inhale through the nose, exhale, open mouth. So we're not yet doing that yogic breath that I talked about in the beginning. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale, down across the front. Exhale, across the top. And then coming back to center. And then switching to the other side. So looking down and going to the opposite side. And then inhaling down across the front. Exhaling across the back. Inhale. Exhale. continuing on for a few more times at your own pace. You may feel a little crunching in the neck. That's okay, as long as it's not causing any pain. And then coming back to stillness. Dropping the hands down by the side. We'll do some shoulder rolls here. So lifting the shoulders up and then dropping them forward. Inhale, up, and then drop the shoulders forward. Inhale, up and down. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. A few more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. And then just opening your palms forward, reconnecting with that chair or mountain pose. Now this time we're going to roll the shoulders backwards and down. So turning your thumbs forward, letting your hands just relax. Inhale, shoulders up, and roll the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Doing a few more at your own pace. One more. And then relaxing the shoulders. Bringing the hands together at heart center, we're going to interlace our fingers together. And then pressing our palms forward as we keep our knuckles interlaced. And just trying to straighten the arms. Pressing the palms as far forward as you can. Feel that opening between the shoulder blades. This is a great posture to do if you work at a computer all day. Really build up a lot of stress in the mid-thoracic spine right between the shoulder blades if you're working on a computer. So take a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Option to stay right here, or you can slowly start to raise your hands up overhead and stopping anywhere along this path, perhaps stopping halfway, or if you're comfortable in your shoulders, you can bring those arms straight up overhead, really pressing the palms towards the ceiling. Really listening to your body. So important in yoga to listen to your body. Your body is your greatest teacher. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale, and then slowly bringing the hands down through heart center, and then reconnecting with your mountain pose. Inhale the right hand up, and then on the exhale, just leaning over to the side, leaning over to the left. You can leave your left hand just reaching down towards the floor, or if you want, you can support yourself by just grabbing onto the chair. Experiment with that, see which feels better for you. Give you a little more security if you're grabbing onto the chair. And lifting your chin up off the chest, looking straight ahead. Bringing that bicep towards the right ear. We'll take two more here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, and then releasing that right arm, just slowly bringing that right arm back down. Giving the shoulders just a little roll. Then on your next inhale, raising that left hand up. And then on the exhale, just leaning over to the right side, perhaps grabbing onto the side of the chair. It's best to do this practice in a rigid folding chair. so you have a nice firm seat. Again, bringing the gaze forward, perhaps lifting the chin up off the chest, bringing that left bicep towards the left ear as you reach the left fingertips over and up. Should feel a nice opening in the left rib cage. And breathe deeply. Breathing into parts of the lung that perhaps you don't normally breathe into. One more, inhale and exhale, and then bringing that arm just slowly down by your side. Bringing the hands to the knees, we're going to do some cat-cow poses. So again, real connecting with your feet. On the inhale, we're going to lift the chin and let the belly sink forward. Feel the pelvis tilting forward. We're looking up. On the exhale, we're going to round the back, gentle pressure on the knees, and really try to arch the back like an angry cat. Feel your belly pull in. On the inhale, looking up, chin lifts, belly sags forward, pelvis tilts. Exhale, rounding the back, perhaps putting a little pressure on the knees as you really round the back. Inhale, chin and tailbone lift. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, chin and tailbone lift. Exhale, rounding the back. Let's do two more. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, rounding the back. You're rocking back and forth on your pelvis as you do this. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, rounding the back. And then on your next inhale, just coming to our neutral position. So taking your left hand and placing your left hand on your right knee, bring your right hand down by the side of your chair, perhaps grabbing the side of your chair. We're going to do a gentle twist. Inhale, and then on the exhale, just twisting to the right, keeping your legs where they are, but putting a little pressure on that left knee with your left hand as you twist your torso to the right. Be careful not to do all the twist with your neck. You don't want to be cranking your neck way back towards your right shoulder. As a guide, try to keep your chin centered right over your sternum, and just let the twist be in your upper back and your lower spine as well. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then coming back to center, placing both hands on the knees. Take a cycle of breath here. Trying to stay connected with that yogic breathing of breathing in and out through the nose through the entire practice. Taking your right hand to your left knee, left hand down on the side of the chair. Inhale. Sitting tall. On the exhale, just twisting to the left. Again, twisting with the body, the torso, not so much with the neck. Trying to keep that chin centered over the sternum. And breathe. Sitting nice and tall. Nice straight spine. Breathing in and out through the nose. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, and then coming back to center. Dropping the hands down by the side, we'll do some arm raises. We're going to do these slowly. quite common to have the shoulder issues, either bursitis or rotator cuff injury. If you have any of those, just move slowly, and there should be no pain with the motion. So inhale, we're just going to raise that right hand forward to shoulder level, thumb up. And then as you exhale, we're going to switch out, raise the left hand up and bringing that right hand back as far as it'll go. Your right thumb's down, your left thumb's up. It's reaching forward with that left fingertips and reaching back with the right. Inhale, switching it out. Exhale, switching it out. Inhale. Exhale. Just switching it out on each inhale and exhale. Inhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Just continuing on at your own pace, really trying to reach when the arms get parallel to the floor, just reaching forward and back as you're sitting nice and tall, all the while breathing calmly in and out through the nose. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then coming back to neutral, placing your hands on your knees. Let's bring our right ankle on top of our left knee. And your knee may be all the way up here. Just let that knee go wherever it wants to go. Keep the right foot flexed. So consciously flexing the right foot helps protect the knee joint. Taking the left hand on the ankle and your right hand on your right knee, and just let the weight of gravity open up your right hip joint. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So important to open up the hips. This is the beginning of a sitting practice. One of the benefits of my yoga practice over the years has been that it's allowed me to sit in meditation, cross-legged on the floor, breathing in and out. I couldn't do that when I first started yoga. I couldn't sit for any length of time. It was just too uncomfortable. But this practice of opening up the hips really makes that possible. Inhale and exhale. There's an option to put a little more weight on that knee by bringing the forearm forward, the other forearm over the ankle, perhaps the hands in prayer. As you start to lean forward and you can feel a little more weight go into that hip joint. Again, keeping that right foot flexed, spine straight, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Spending a little more time here because the hips are very tight in all of us. We put a lot of our stress in our hip joints. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. And then coming back up slowly and bringing that foot to the mat or the floor, sitting up nice and tall. Let's take a cycle of breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then doing the other side. So bringing that left foot up. Onto the right knee, taking your left hand on your left knee, flexing the left foot. right hand on the ankle, and first option is to stay right here and just let gravity do the work for you. Feeling the hip joint. You may feel a lot of tightness here, that's okay, as long as you're not having discomfort or pain. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Staying right here or bringing the forearm on the knee and the ankle, hands in prayer position. And as you lean forward with a straight spine, feel a little more pressure in that left hip, opening up that left hip. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and deep breath out. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then returning the foot to the floor and sitting tall in your chair. We're going to do some opening up the toes here. So let's lift the right heel up off the mat and then pressing the right heel down. Lift the right toes off the mat or the floor. Bring the toes down. Lift the right heel. Heel down. Lift the right toes. Toes down. Inhale. Heel up. Exhale. Heel down. Toes up. Inhale. Toes down. Heel up. Exhale. Inhale. Just keep going at your own pace. Exhale. Inhale. Heel up. Exhale. Toes up. Heel down. Do 5 more here at your own pace. One more. And then lowering the right heel down. Now we're going to stay with the right leg. We're going to just lift the right heel and then tuck your toes under, just rolling forward over your tucked toes and then coming back down. Inhale, heel lifts as you roll the toes under and then exhaling down. So good for the big toe joint where we quite often have a bunion. Just really rolling over the toes, nice and slow, not forcing anything. Inhale and exhale, heel down. Inhale, heel lifts, roll forward on the toes. Exhale, bringing the toes back down, heel down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, roll. Exhale, heel down. Inhale, rolling forward on the toes. Exhale, heel down. All right, so we'll switch over to the left side. Inhale, the left heel lifts. Exhale, heel down, toes lift. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, toes lift. Inhale and exhale. Continuing on at your own pace, heel lifts, and then the toes lift. Continuing to match the breath with the movement. If you get lost with the breath, that's okay, just come back. Inhale, heel lifts. Exhale, toes lift. Inhale, heel lift. Exhale, toes lift. One more, inhale and exhale, and then your toes down. And then we'll go right on to the rolling of the toes. So inhale, the heel lifts, exhale, rolling over the left toes, then coming back down. Inhale, heel lifts, exhale, rolling the toes forward, back down. Inhale, exhale. Continuing at your own pace, inhale, heel lifts, exhale, rolling over those toes, coming back down. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift, exhale, rolling forward and down. Inhale, lift, exhale, rolling forward and down. And then coming to stillness. So I want to move on to a little more advanced poses. So if you're feeling up to it, the option just to stay here and observe, or turning to the left side of your chair and bringing your left sits bone to the very edge of your chair. So reaching down and feeling your right sits bone just floating in the air. Left knee is coming right off the left side of the chair. Bringing my hands to the hips, or maybe perhaps holding onto the chair as I take that right leg down. So my right knee is just hovering above the floor. Option to stay right here and keep that right knee bent, or you can start to try to scoot that foot back behind you and start to straighten that right leg. And it may not straighten all the way. It feels straight, but as I look at the view in the video, it's not straight. Then bringing both hands to my left knee, pressing down into my knee so that I can keep a nice straight spine, coming into a modified Warrior One pose. Option to keep your hands right here if you're really feeling the stretch in the right groin, or bringing the hands to heart center. And then on your next inhale, raising the hands up overhead and opening the hands, turning the thumbs out and the little fingers in. Gaze can be straight ahead, or you can raise your gaze towards the ceiling. I'm taking a few breaths here. We'll just take 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale, bringing the hands through heart center. And then on your next inhale, we're just going to twist to the right. We're going to move into a Warrior Two. So option to keep that back heel high, or you can let that back heel come down to the mat. May actually feel a little better to bring the heel down. And then we're going to open that left hand out front. Right hand reaches behind us, coming into a supported Warrior Two pose on the chair. Reaching the left hand forward and the right hand back, gazing over that middle front finger, the middle finger of the left hand. If your arms get tired here, you can certainly just very mindfully relax the arms down, doing a little Tai Chi type movement, bringing the hands back. I know when I first started doing yoga, I could really, my arms and shoulders would get really tired fast in this pose. So flipping that front palm forward and up, we're going to raise that left hand up, coming into a peaceful warrior. Right hand just resting on the back leg. And breathe. Really feel the left rib cage opening up. Breathing in and out through the nose with that slight constriction at the back of the throat so that you can hear your own breath. Generating some heat in the body. You should start to feel your body warming up. perhaps even generating a little sweat here. And then coming back to warrior two, and then bringing the hands back to the hips and coming back to our neutral position on the chair. Dropping the hands down and reconnect with our mountain pose. So we'll do that on the other side. So bringing your hands to your hips, swivel on your chair, take your right foot out the right side. Make sure that sits bone, the left sits bone is off the chair. So you're sitting on the right sits bone. Take that left leg back, hold on to the chair if you like, until you get your feet set up. Working to straighten that back leg as best as you can. My leg sure feels straight, but it is not straight. So, okay, bringing the hands to heart center. Inhale, raising your hands up overhead. Option to keep your hands at heart center. And then opening up your hands, thumbs out, little fingers in, working towards straight arms. Gaze can be straight ahead, or you can take your gaze up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Again, we'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Then bringing the hands down to heart center. And then we're going to twist to the left. You can let that back heel drop. And then opening up, right hand forward, left hand back. Gaze is over the front hand, the middle finger. Coming into warrior two. Taking a few breaths here. Again, if your arms are getting tired, you can do that very mindful release. And then coming back in. Flipping the front palm and reversing the warrior, coming into a peaceful warrior. Sometimes called humble warrior. Gazing up at your right hand, if that's okay, in your neck. And then coming back to warrior two. Bringing your hands back to heart center and coming back to the center of our chair. Bringing the hands down by the side. And sliding to the back of your chair, we're going to come into our final pose of Shavasana. So if we were on the floor on the yoga mat, we would be flat on our backs with our palms facing the ceiling, our feet wide towards the outer edges of the mat. But in the chair, we'll just keep our contact with the floor. And let's bring our hands to rest on our knees, palms facing up. And slowly closing your eyes and slowly bringing your index finger and thumb together. Very gentle touch. Perhaps a gentle straightening of the 3 remaining fingers. And just relaxing the breath, breathing normally. Sending gratitude to your body for this practice. And we'll just rest here for a minute or so. Slowly coming back. Very slowly opening up your fingers, your index finger and thumb just float away from each other. And then slowly bringing all the fingers and the thumb together. Feel that connection of all the fingers gently pressing. And then slowly opening up the fingers. Bringing the hands up to heart center, keeping the eyes closed. Let your thumb knuckles touch your sternum. In yoga, we usually end our practice by saying the word namaste. The word namaste, one of its many interpretations, is when I am in that place in me where the whole world resides, and you are in that place in you, we are one. So inhale, bringing your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, right in the center of your forehead. And then on the exhale, just bowing forward as we say namaste. Well, thank you, brothers, for sharing that practice with me. I hope that you enjoy the rest of Solarize 2020. I will mention that if you're interested in learning more yoga, you can log on to the Illumina of PA website at illuminaofpa.com. We have a link to some yoga practices. And if you're interested in doing a live yoga class online, you can send an email to illuminaofpa@gmail.com, and we can get your name on a list. We have a few men that get together a few times a week via Zoom to do a yoga practice. So you're welcome to join that as well. So enjoy, and thanks for joining me.